Hello, welcome to Under the First Floor Lo-Fi Podcast, shitty recordings of bands you should like. My name's David Settle, and we're back. For anyone listening in the far distant future, this episode is coming out in July of 2021, and the last episode came out, I believe, October of 2020. I should have looked that up before I said this. I took a long break after a big spike in COVID after I was recording a bunch of sessions, and have just started recently in the past 2 months after getting vaccinated, and things were looking better. Hopefully in the future it will seem that everything is better by now. For the first episode back, we have a band called Sadurn from Philadelphia. You can check the episode name for the spelling of that. We were actually supposed to record back in October, but I actually got a sinus infection and got freaked out that I had COVID, so I turned around after driving an hour just out of an abundance of caution, and that was pretty much when I stopped doing recording. So it was really nice to be able to actually do this session, and it was a really incredible surprise. I'd seen Sadurn once back in the day at a house show, and there was just a folk duo. It was really good, and that's kind of all I was expecting when I hit them up. But they are now a full-fledged indie band, very country influence. I was very excited to finally record a session with slide guitar, pedal steel, and yeah, it was just a really fun time. The songs are really incredible, and I'm really stoked on how they came out. And just a quick note before we start the songs here, I still have some copies of the last Under the First Floor compilation, Volume 2 mixtape. It features tracks from every band that was on from episode 21 to 40. If you'll notice, we're getting close to episode 60, so that's exciting, and hopefully will result in another volume mixtape. More on that in the future. But if you would like to get one of the last tapes, there's only like 5 or so left. You can find it on the Bandcamp, underthefirstfloor.bandcamp.com. So yeah, without further ado though, here is the first song from this session from the band Sadurn called Radiator. Hope you like it.
Exactly that way. But I know the birds are circling my heart. Maybe I'm frightened of what happens if I start saying what I have been thinking. Maybe I don't wanna tell you what. But maybe nobody's certain about these things. So can I just believe in all the goodness that I've seen? Like how you spread your light around me. I can go first, yeah. I'm G, and do I have to say this is Saturn?
You don't have to say that.
Oh,
sorry.
I didn't know this. Okay, I'm Genevieve, and I play guitar and sing.
My name's John Cox. I play pedal steel. I tickle the 10, you could say. And I play the tenor guitar.
My name's Tabitha. I play bass.
Hey, I'm Amelia. I play the drums.
Okay. And a ghost backup singer. So we were supposed to record a session back in the fall that I drove to and then felt like I was getting sick, so I turned around.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad we're finally here recording this.
Yeah.
We were recording in a cabin, like recording a record.
Yeah.
How did that go? How was that experience for y'all?
It was so fun.
It was really fun. It was like October, November. Most of us had just not been able to hang out at all because of the pandemic, much less play any music. So we went through the whole, like, testing a couple times and then, trying to quarantine together at this cabin and just having, like, a place set up to play music. And we were supposed to rehearse for the first week and then record the second week. But it was so cool to be able to just hang out and play music together. It was like a weird oasis in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We also played a lot of bananagrams.
That's like this kind of Scrabble game without a board? Or?
Yeah, and it comes in a little banana pouch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
It's a highly competitive game.
Just like
Who's the
banana
best?
based.
Who won the most, rather?
G wins every time. Every single.
The lyricist, that makes
Our
sense.
our friend
Got a first train. All right.
we also brought along Heather Jones of So Big Auditory.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they were recording the album, and they are also very, very good at bananagrams.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's, I believe, 2 straight sessions I'm recording that just did a record with Heather. So that's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
She's ubiquitous.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Nice. What were some favorite ideas that were added to these songs?
Definitely my favorite contribution, like overdub that got put on was Amelia did this really emo acoustic guitar on this song called Special Power on some part of it and just completely changed the song for me. Or we were like, we need the song to be more emo. And I don't know, it's so good.
And then there's part at the end of Ice Pick that's just fully a sample of like a phone video from like December of the previous
Oh
year.
yeah. That's
Of
yes.
Amelia
It's a
playing guitar.
sample that I spliced up and looped of Amelia playing guitar. That is a phone video.
That's the outro.
Oh yeah. What else? There's so many.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We really did. We discovered that we love to play the songs at like 4 times speed or really slow or backwards. Very cool. Very fun. That was something that wound up on the record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, first it was like Heather's trick to boost morale was she played us Golden Arm, which is a really slow song 4 times fast, and it totally changes it to like this extremely dancey beat.
It's
song.
so good. It's incredible
It's so
that way.
great. So then we just started playing all of, like, you know, experimenting with all of them. And actually, a backwards version of one of the songs ended up on the record.
Yeah.
I wish I understood 100 times the gnawing in my heart. I wanna touch you on your golden I watched a whole forest grow from seeds before you got up. The silence always shakes me from my sleep, and I can't get it out. Be honest, darling, do you think of me and all this stupid stuff? It's been a few days since I heard from you. So do I feel love? The silence always shakes me from my sleep, and I can't get it out. I wanna touch you on your
when I remember seeing you before, it was more like kind of folk oriented, and this is more like full country, like especially like old country. I'm guessing that's the vibe. I'm getting head nods. Yeah. What were some like influences for this record?
It's definitely like Gillian Welch. I mean, you're getting kind of a sample of like the more kind of country tinged stuff, and that is completely there. And then also like the album itself like spans a bunch of different stuff. So there's stuff that's like kind of like what we did before. There's stuff that's like kind of like bedroom like beat stuff. And then there's the kind of more country folk stuff. But I would say Gillian Welch. Alex G is always an influence.
Who also kind of leaned country.
Yeah,
A couple
yeah, he
songs.
did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I also, like, when we were even doing the record, I listened to a lot of Gillian Welch for, like, arrangement ideas, too. Like,
Yeah.
in the session, like, I added some, like, slide stuff and, like, played in some, like, open tunings I hadn't played in before from listening to, like, David Rawlings and, like, how he complements Gillian Welch's songs and stuff. And, like, yeah, that was a big part of it for me.
Aldous Harding.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we listened
yeah.
to The Barrel by Aldous Harding, and then her
whole
other
album,
stuff while we were at the cabin and
Designer?
afterwards.
Is that what it's
Designer, yeah, is the album. Aldous Harding.
Yeah,
So
such a
good.
so
album.
good.
So incredible.
Yeah, that was a couple months long Aldous Harding phase for all of us, like, into the winter.
Yeah.
We love Aldous Harding.
Does someone want to describe where we're recording right now?
We're in Amelia's practice space / studio that she put a bunch of work into before we started practicing in it. It's very cozy as far as a warehouse space goes. Colorful and nice, big windows. She learned some basic electrical stuff and hung up some nice lights. It's nice.
We're in the warehouses.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of the nice ambiance of the trains and some a lot of really great metal bands that practice here. A lot of times. We missed them this time.
Yeah.
Which was probably good, but it's nice to hear them. And, other stuff. There was just some power washing going on next door. Someone falling over or something. General sounds. John's got his pop-up shop set up right in the space.
Mm-hmm. Great place to practice. Got a BYOTP to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this has to be mentioned because it's so, okay. There's a lot of seltzer. There are a lot of seltzers around. We have like cases and cases and cases of seltzer. And for some reason we like to keep like old seltzers around. So when you go to drink your seltzer, you have to check 4 or 5 other ones, like warm ones. And it's disgusting. And then by like the 4th or 5th one, you actually find your drink. That's a big part of the studio for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say that's not a ubiquitous thing.
You don't have that experience?
I don't have that experience.
I actually toss my seltzers when I'm done.
Maybe that's just my area by the pedal steel. Warm seltzers over there.
I was
You're really
noticing a
setting
lot of
yourself
cans
up for
in
that.
there.
Honey, I was wrong. I had to walk down to turn, get it good. Look at my ways and how maybe I've learned something from bringing out my shame. I had to lay down with her if just to see it was the same thing that got me before. Honey, I was right. I thought about it all night. I looked the snake right in his face. I've seen the way he blinks that eye at me, but I'm not afraid of her. They're all gonna
if we were still together, like I was your only option, but I'm not. And you know that I'm not as true as I thought, but I still drive for several hours on a dime if you dropped it. Honey, you were kind to tell me that it's alright. I know my fault is that I speak every damn thought in my mind, but I want you to know that I'll be holding that line, and I believe in all your mercy and in the weight of the tide as it is pulling you back towards me. You know that I am always yours if you'll still have me, though you're tired from that long walk over the chasm. But my idea of love is that it's lasting. But my idea of love is that it's
Do you want to talk about the last thing we recorded in the cabin?
Oh yeah, the last thing we recorded, I played a percussion part on one of the really it was like an acoustic quiet song, and I played this brush percussion part on a game box, and the game is called Don't Step on It. And it's where there's a mat covered in shit, or there's these little turds. And you put them down on the mat, and you blindfold your friend, and they have to walk. And don't step on it.
It's a DIY turd game.
It is, and mass produced apparently. But yeah, I played a very intimate brush part on that box, and then we concluded the record. The poop box.
Wow.
So check that out. On Spotify.
Is that credited on the record?
No.
Oh.
I haven't read the
Don't tell
credits
them.
yet.
Oh shit. Trademark.
I wanted the album to be titled Don't Step on It.
Thanks so much to Sadurn for letting me sit in on their session and record them on cassette. If you'd like to hear more from them, you can go to their Bandcamp, saturn.bandcamp.com, though right now it only has their old duo recordings, but those are still very worthy of listening to. So check those out, and I can't wait to hear the full record whenever it eventually comes out. If you want to get in touch with me about the podcast, you can email me underthefirstfloor@gmail.com, and you can find it on Twitter and Instagram. Also, if you like what you hear, please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes or on Apple Podcast. It's an easy way to kind of further the reach of this podcast and get more ears on some cool bands. And yeah, I just hope more people can listen to this. For the last couple songs, I'm going to leave you with some tracks for some records that I really have enjoyed from the first half of this year. The first one is from MJ Lenderman. It's a song called Someone Get the Grill Out of the Rain. It's from March's Ghost of Your Guitar solo on Dear Life Records. MJ Lenderman is a Asheville artist who plays guitar in the band Wednesday, but this tape is just a really impressive, kind of fun listen, really lo-fi country vibes, and this song is just endlessly catchy. And last song will be from a band called Styrofoam Winos. It's called In Your Room. It's from their self-titled release that came out in February on Sophomore Lounge. They're a Nashville trio. I keep seeing them compared to Yo La Tengo, but I don't really hear that. They just are really, really good. This record's like amazing. It's one of my favorite of the year. Definitely all over the place genre-wise, which I guess that's kind of like Yo La Tengo. But yeah, I don't know. Check out the full record if you like this song. And I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Someone get the grill out of the rain. Thought you could drink it off. Now you're drowning in your pain. It'd be such a buzz. That grill should rust. Precious memories are the ones that suck. You just can't get enough. Someone get your grill out of the rain.
In your room, lay your shoes in a row, are your thoughts one by one come undone.
As you're walking around, separate from the thoughts up in your head. Tell me, 'cause I'd like to be a stitch in their coming together again.
In your room, are your blues under the bed, pull them up, lie them down, sing them through.
As you're walking around, separate from the thoughts up in your head. Tell me, 'cause I'd like to be a stitch in their coming together again. Together again. Together again. Together again. Together again.